Ladies and gentlemen, the American Jury and Bulldog Nation, welcome to the Eric Deters Show. Guess what? There's been another shooting. An ICE officer was attacked, and he shot the person in the leg. Will there be outrage about the ICE worker being attacked? No. There'll be outrage that he shot him in the leg. Didn't shoot him in the face. But Tim Walz is calling for more violence against ICE agents. A governor of a state. He needs to be arrested. What happened to the Insurrection Act? ICE agents, you ready for this? No charges. You know what? The agent that shot. The feds aren't going to charge him in the death of Renee. Not so good. That's my new nickname for her. Not so good. Yes, you know what? She put herself in a position to be killed. I don't have any sympathy for her. Unbelievable. Defund ICE. You ready for this? Yep, our favorite buddy, the congressman from Michigan. He wants to defund ICE. Same as defunding police. It's off the charts. Off the charts. We have a segment of our country that wants anarchy, lawlessness. How do you vote for these people, Michigan? How do you reelect this clown? Bill and Hillary Clinton are going to be held in contempt. I tell you, folks, to purge their contempt, they're going to have to testify. It's not going to be pretty. President Trump had an Oval Office meeting yesterday where he announced with RFK Jr. and others, they're bringing whole milk back to schools. You know, they've made all these changes over the last 20 years. Our kids got fatter. I don't think whole milk was the problem. They're going to appoint soon an assistant attorney general for fraud. President Trump's going to have a guy focused on fraud. First person they appoint, I got lots of stuff to send him. Elon Musk thinks AI is going to take over. We're not even going to need doctors or even surgeons. I'll never believe that. Scott Bessent says you cannot wire money outside the country anymore. These illegal immigrants. That's good. And yesterday, the big story was a War Powers vote. Harley from Missouri and a senator from Indiana flipped, and the War Powers Act is not going to restrict good old President Trump in Venezuela. TJ Sabula raised $1.5 million GoFundMe. That's insane. Insane for flipping off Trump. Mark Cuban, he says he doesn't understand why an MRI here costs $300 and one down there costs $2,000. Cincinnati Children's Hospital, Mark. I rest my case. In world news, the Venezuela leaker is now in jail. Trump had a call, and he said it was a very good call with the new elected leader appointed leader of Venezuela. U.S. is freezing all visas from about 50 countries, including Russia, Iran, et cetera, et cetera. Iran, our military is getting out. You know something big's going to happen. NATO is moving some forces into Greenland. And I told Sabrina to put the map up. This is the map that I have next to my treadmill where I study geography when I'm on the treadmill. Look how close Greenland is to the United States. It's closer to us than them. But we've had a military base there forever. My father-in-law worked in North Dakota military base for the Air Force on a nuclear bomber and was based in Greenland too. We need this base, but I don't think we have to own it. But the fact that Germany, Norway, who else? Sweden are moving troops into Greenland, that's a good thing. We don't want the Russians to get it. Cuba. You know what? Cuba, if it falls, look out. And Marco Rubio and President Trump are putting it out there that just like they're backing the folks in Iran, we're going to back the people of Cuba. Venezuela oil sale. Trump had the first Venezuela oil sale, $500 million. Pop culture. Ben Affleck and Matt Damon said law enforcement or officers are underappreciated and underpaid. See, these two guys get it. See, the more people in Hollywood and people like Mel Gibson and John Voight started it, speak out, the better it'll be. Alan Jackson, no, not the country music singer, the lawyer, says he never cares if his client's guilty or not. I'll tell you right now, I always cared if my client was guilty or not. It doesn't mean what his punishment shouldn't be, and I wouldn't represent somebody's guilty, but to say that you don't care that your client's guilty or not, yeah, bullshit. This is a great story. This Saudi man right here, 142 years old, died. If that's the case, I got 80 more years left. 134 children and about the equal amount of grandchildren. That's crazy. Timothy Busfield turned himself in, no bond. This is going to be bad for him. Golden Globes, one of the worst ratings ever. Kiefer Sutherland was arrested, allegedly attacking an Uber driver. I'll believe it when I see it because I think Kiefer Sutherland's a good guy. Sports Without Boundaries, one story I picked. John Harbaugh is negotiating a contract with the New York Giants. Shakespeare insult of the day, do not be a saucy, feeble giglet. This is the Bulldog. Every dog has their day. Have a great day.